The topic of this video is treating others the way we would want to be treated. I uh, I recall, being a new Christian, and as I was growing, just making decisions, basically not thinking about other people around me. Could have been things I said, my actions, and the older that I get in Jesus, and the more that I learn from Him, and just my experiences with his grace, with his love, you know, discipline and stuff like that, it helps you to see that it's all about others. I as of now, I I don't have a place of my own. I'm with my mother, and there's a whole thing behind that. But um so basically really I have no place except for my mother's. And I'm waiting for God's provision for a place, but there are some things that has to happen before then. There are some things to learn. There are some things I'm waiting on, you know, that he had said. So I'm going by his instructions. But being in that place to where I don't have a place of my own, and, you know, you come to terms with the reality of the fact that, you're at that place to where you can see what the less fortunate go through. You know, praise God that I do have a roof over my head. But unlike a lot of people that don't, a lot of people don't have a roof over their head. A lot of people that are outside here, asking for money. Of course, I've made a video about scammers. There's a lot of them that are scammers. But there's a lot of them out there that don't have a place to go. They're outside in the heat. Right now it's 83. Yesterday it was like close to 90. And when we can put ourselves into that place, what would we do? We're out in the sun and we need relief. So what are we going to do? We got to find a shady spot. So you're walking all over town trying to find a place to where people aren't going to tell you that you need to go. There's no loitering, stuff like that. And a lot of people don't care. They tell you to get up and go, as if you are dust on their feet. And that's one of the many things that Jesus had said, is to treat others as you would want to be treated. What if the roles were reversed with those people? The people that are telling them, like the rich man had everything, Lazarus had nothing. And, the roles can easily be reversed, which it was with, Lazarus and that rich man. That rich man was in torment while Lazarus was in peace at Abraham's bosom. So, you know, we must always be conscious of the fact to treat others as we would want to be treated, because we can easily face the same situation. And so, what I'm going through now in my life, I'm seeing what's going on around me. And the roles can be reversed so easily. What if I was out there trying to find a place, trying to find the place that's cool? What would I do? Man, I can't handle the heat. So where am I going to go? I'm going to go to somewhere that's cool, the library, which a lot of them do. But they can't stay there that night. So, oh man, got to find shelter at night. What if it's wintertime? Especially the heat. What if it doesn't go below 80 at night? That's hard to sleep in. But a lot of them have have gotten used to it. So, whatever I do now, whatever decisions I make, God has put it in my mind foremost to treat others as I would want to be treated. How would I want to be treated? Whenever I make a decision, whenever I have an action, God has led me to that, to think about what about other people, you know? And he said that, you know, treat others as you would want to be treated. And that sums up, the law of love. That sums up the law and the prophets. Everything is based on that. When we follow that one rule, then we're going to be loving somebody genuinely, because we're always thinking about other people. And that's what, God's way is thinking about other people. Jesus was always others focused. That is what Jesus lived by. The master eats something and he says, I have food you don't know anything about, and he constantly ministered. He said, the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. It wasn't about him and his rights. It was about other people, to seek and save them. And I think the longer that we spend in the presence of Jesus, and the longer we desire to love like he loves, that golden rule becomes foremost in our hearts and our minds. And, let us be conscious of that fact every day when we wake up. Whatever decision we make, when we see somebody that's homeless, what can we do to help them? Somebody's asking for money. Ask God, what can I do? In what way can I help them? Yeah, granted, there's a lot of scammers out there, but there's also a lot of people that aren't scammers. So what can we do to help? That's the biggest thing. The world denies help to the less fortunate, but we as followers of Jesus don't do that. We're to love as he loves. And that's just basically where I'm at right now. I always want to have the golden rule foremost in my mind when I help people. Not thinking about myself, but thinking about what it would be like if I was in that place of being less fortunate. How would I want somebody to treat me? And that's the biggest thing. So I just wanted to share those thoughts with you. Thank you for taking the time to watch.